Hey guys, welcome to our channel YE NYC. I'm Sofia Lozano, founder of YE NYC.
And I'm AJ, founder of the Trucks Company.
And we just want to give you a little bit of an awesome insight in our personal stories of when was it that we decided to step out of our comfort zones.
Check it out.
So we just want to give you a little bit of a discussion that we were talking about that would be great for you guys to have just as a resource. I wanted to bring AJ on board because he has a lot of awesome stories for his own personal development, and just like his journey has been amazing. So I guess one of the first questions I wanted to ask you is, when was it that you realized you wanted to step out of your comfort zone in your life and become what you are now?
Well, honestly, if I think back throughout my life, I've never really been the one to fit in with the crowd. I've always kind of wanted to do my own thing. You know, I faced a lot of challenges growing up, especially, you know, the environment where I lived, the places where I went to school, you know, a lot of hardships. And, you know, as a kid, that really messes with your self-esteem. But one thing that you have to realize is that anything that you have going on in your life is something that you and you alone have the power to change. Now, for me, what made me step out of my comfort zone and get into business in the first place was I was working about like 60, 70, 80 hours a week doing a job that I hated. You know, I was watching all my friends go out, have a great time, really enjoying themselves, and myself, that wasn't happening for me. You know, all I had was work and a check. And I started thinking something's got to give. And, you know, it used to always be a thought in the back of my head, boy, if I could start a business, wouldn't that be the life, you know? And I'd always kind of like regulate myself and stop myself from, you know, moving forward, that thinking, you know, there's too many government regulations, it's too expensive, you know, there's too much risk. And, you know, it got to a breaking point when I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I went ahead, you know, I'd go on my lunch break and stuff like that, and I'd be Googling things on my phone, how to start an online resale company with no inventory, you know, things like that. And it got me into the drop shipping model, and that's how I started my first company, Avalanche Repair.
So how old were you when you started doing all this research?
18.
Wow. What was I doing at 18? I was probably a senior in high school, and my mentality back then was party, party, party. I guess a little background on what I was doing is I was in Costa Rica. I came to the US in 2011, came here for college to study graphic design, and I had to break out of my comfort zone because I wanted to do something different and not live that routine, that life. Every day was the same. And so for me, I think that day was probably when I started to develop a self-awareness and a want to improve myself personally and just grow as a person and get out of my comfort zone. Like I said, not living the same thing over and over again. Definitely the books that I started investing in was the start of my personal development, and I was introduced to network marketing. In the end, I didn't think that I was going to be doing that for the rest of my life, but I did see a lot of potential in the education. So I want to give props to network marketing for actually getting me out of that comfort zone. And it's what I am now. And now I'm moving on to other businesses, moving on to my own development and helping others. So it all kind of like snowballs. There is one thing that leads to the other, and AJ has had a lot of things that have helped him move from one thing to the other. And explain a little bit of what you're working on right now. What is it that really like gets you going, gets you out of bed?
What gets me out of bed is the thought of success. And quite frankly, it sounds cliche to say that, you know, oh, I want to be successful, but there's a lot of reasons why I want to be successful, you know. My family name has a lot of pride to it, and I want to be able to make that name great. And that should be the same for every single person, whether it be you, whether it be me, it doesn't matter. You know, if your family has a history of being in poverty, not having much, you know, dealing with, you know, a not so great standard of living, you should be the one who wants to change that. Make your family name great. That's why I do it.
Thank you, AJ, so much for being part of the collaboration.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, we had a little bit of an idea. So what did you guys comment down below about what this idea just came up? You know, it's something we've been talking about. So you explain it a little bit.
All right, guys, so we got a great idea for young entrepreneurs in New York City, and That's a reality TV show. We're going to be following young entrepreneurs in New York City. You see the everyday life, what they go through. Because really, we're not so different from you. And we want to show you guys that even if you're in business yourself, you're thinking about getting into business, you know, there's so many shows out there already on Life with the Kardashians, whatever it's called. And, you know, people are watching these things and it's of absolutely no value to them. We want to be able to create something that has value to you in your life. So tell us what you think about this.
Great. Yeah, just ideas pop in here and there. We love your input, always welcoming other ideas. People like, oh, like maybe you guys should try a reality TV with this sort of twist. Whatever it is, comment down below. Again, guys, subscribe to our videos to stay tuned for more. Definitely comment below any concerns, any questions, any discussions you want to bring up, and stay tuned for the next video. We'll see you next time.
And if you don't show up,
Bye-bye.